The last 2 months on YouTube have been nothing short of insane. Controversy and drama on YouTube has always been present on the platform, but the scale of what's been going on since around June is frankly unprecedented. Some of the biggest creators and most well-known people on the platform, including the #1 creator himself, MrBeast, have found themselves dealing with insane heat for things that they've done. The drama ranges all the way from a secret history of doing gay OnlyFans content, which I'm not going to discuss by the way because that drama's stupid, to shady gambling and fraud targeted at children, to downright statutory allegations. This video isn't meant to delve into each case and explain them all in full detail. What I want to do with this video is explain the gravity of what having creators of this scale being accused of things like this means for YouTube. I've already discussed what kickstarted all of this before, that being Dr. Disrespect being outed for messaging a minor in late June. I won't delve into it again, but in that video I literally state that there is a new trend of YouTubers being outed as predators, and within a month, 2 more massive YouTubers have been outed for exactly that. First, there was Cody Ko around mid-July. He was accused with sleeping with an, at the time, underage Tana Mojo. She was 17 at the time and he was 25. To add insult to injury, he was apparently told prior to them sleeping together that she was underage, but decided to go with it anyway. How lovely. Next, only a week later, there was Chris Tyson, a key member of MrBeast and an already controversial figure. The allegations against Chris were even worse, with a lot more hard evidence of far worse things than even Cody had done. And I mean like way worse. From lots of DMs with underage people, to a history of being an outspoken fan and owner of what is essentially child porn. This event ended up having a negative effect on MrBeast himself, obviously, but not just for being so closely tied to someone like Chris, with people even accusing MrBeast of knowing about all this for a long time, but because the spotlight was now on him, and people began to dig to see if there was any proof of foul play from Jimmy himself. What was found, however, wasn't what most people expected. A video released about a week ago now from a former MrBeast employee went into extreme detail of the shady business practices going on with MrBeast. They ranged from small but shitty, like faking signatures and playing favorites in his game shows, to the actual borderline illegal and extremely harmful gambling systems he has in place to specifically target children and their parents' wallets. Any response from MrBeast's team has been very underwhelming and not gotten into any of the real issues, and we're all currently left just kind of waiting for something to be said. What people fail to realize, however, is that no matter how much you may want your clickbait thumbnail to make people believe, this will not affect MrBeast at all. When an allegation to this extent comes out, the sub count of YouTubers typically plummets. Look at The Completionist, Dr. Disrespect, and Cody Ko as examples. Cody's in particular is really bad. Here's mine, by the way. Not bad, right? Oh, what's that? Am I getting close to 10,000 subscribers? Right you are. Why don't you help me get there by subscribing? Thank you. Anyway, MrBeast's numbers, however, are still going up. Why? Because his audience is literal children. We as big, wrinkly-brained adults can look at all this stuff and realize that maybe this is not someone to look up to or support anymore. Kids, however, only see the color and the lights and the spectacle and the cursed thumbnails and don't see or care what no purchase necessary even means. All of this to say, MrBeast is sort of invincible. It will take a lot more than this to end his career, and if anything, YouTube and other social media he's on have been working as hard as they can to keep this information down. With people's expose videos being wiped from the internet, and even the initial video exposing him being shadow banned for days, even with millions of views. The issue is this: what we are seeing now is sort of reminiscent of the Me Too movement in Hollywood a handful of years ago. With the people on top being exposed for the disgusting scum they really are, YouTube has always been a few steps behind mainstream media when it comes to stuff like this. Also, quick side note, but mainstream media is such a dumb term because YouTube is way more popular than traditional TV these days, but whatever. YouTube has a dilemma on its hands. Some of their big earners, such as Disrespect and Cody, have found themselves in hot water, and their biggest asset by far has now also found himself in a bit of a hot seat. How YouTube handles this situation will leave a lasting impact on the platform for years to come. So far, it seems that they are willing to do whatever it takes to back MrBeast as a valuable asset, striking down videos and suppressing anything to do with the current situation as best they can. Will they continue is the real question. YouTube has made its fair share of bad decisions over the years, but at best, publicly ignoring something like this, or at worst, actively endorsing it as they seem to be doing, will leave a massive stain on the brand. this isn't something that will be forgotten in a month. MrBeast is the face of YouTube. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. Do you guys remember when PewDiePie was #1 on YouTube? I do. Feels like a lifetime ago. Do you remember when he, let's just say, told people to subscribe to Keemstar? Yeah, well, YouTube collapsed that day, and what followed was known as the Adpocalypse. Thousands of brands suddenly felt that they no longer felt comfortable having their brands shown on YouTube unless some serious changes were made, and YouTube, putting money above creator freedom, bent the knee and obliged. The amount of restrictions creators suddenly had to face to keep doing what they did was simply absurd, with changes still being implemented to this very day. All of this stemmed from a joke PewDiePie made in a random video about the website Fiverr. The whole company lost it. Was the joke in bad taste? I mean, yeah, of course. And having it come from the biggest creator on the platform definitely added to the issue, but that's exactly my point. This all happened at a time when PewDiePie was around, I want to say, 40 to 50 million subscribers. MrBeast is currently at 308 million, somewhere around 8 times the amount. And in my personal opinion, operating a highly thought-out gambling ring targeting children is just a little worse than making an offensive joke. PewDiePie was dragged through the dirt for this, but MrBeast? Absolutely nothing has been done to him. MrBeast is YouTube's golden goose, laying golden egg after golden egg after golden egg. YouTube is quiet. Advertisers are quiet. And that silence is deafeningly loud. If there was ever a time to see where YouTube's priorities truly lie, that being money, it couldn't be more obvious than it is today. YouTube is a sick company and flawed platform. I love it. You love it. Everyone does. Even with the flaws, there is nothing close to an alternative, and it is still a great website to have and be on. But the cracks in the structure have never been more apparent. If parents were even 30% more aware of what their kids were doing online, I think things would be looking a lot different right now. The last 2 months have been nothing but reveal after reveal of some kind of child grooming, whether physical or financial. If parents actually knew about this, YouTube would be in for a lot of trouble, and unfortunately, small creators would all be caught in the crossfire, just as they were for the Adpocalypse. So, I just want to say thanks. Thank you, Dr. Disrespect, Cody, Chris Tyson, MrBeast, and everyone else who make the platform we all stand on unstable. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for making it to the end of the video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me hit 10K. We are inching closer and closer every day. I will see you guys all again very soon. Peace.
Why are you sitting on me like this? Do you mind?